In the following episode, we are going to cover 210 through 212. These are the three related administrative things with how the compiler works and the tools that related with Java. And pretty common that we put it all together. So the first one, 210 scope. Scope is a very important concept, and so basically, if you look at where you live in a city, and everything you do pretty much all doing it within the city, your neighborhood. And sometimes you have to get out of the city, go to neighboring city. So that's the scope of where your activity, or in this case, what we are talking about is the variables belonging to the local area. And when you need to travel outside, sometimes it's not recognized. And also, when you get out of the scope, your scope, there could be identical names that is also having certain activity in that particular scope. So we need to be very careful, because when the variable is out of the scope or its neighborhood, and it's invalid because there are contentions or duplications of the same identification, or identified object will be a different one. Okay, so what does it mean right here? So when we have a declaration, so for example, we created an integer, and that integer called value. And if we have used that particular integer prior to its definition, it doesn't exist. So that's the scope. It hasn't been born yet. Or if you try to use value outside of this particular main method, it doesn't exist, because it lives within the time and the space that it was born to. Exactly the same as in our human world. And we call that the scope violation. And the compiler will tell you, I don't recognize that, because compiler follows that closely. All right, so the next thing is called comment. Comment are important, and there are rules about comment. And these are rules not just by context. So when we are saying double slash comment, that we are saying it's a duration, it's a line comment. It's a line comment, meaning from the beginning of the double slash to the end of the line, it's all part of the comment. And the next line would not be governed by the comment, and that's the double slash. And we also have multi-line comments, or we call that duration comment, and it's using slash star opening, and then reverse that star slash or asterisk slash to close it. So we have opening comment marker, and then the closing comment marker. And so you can see this in the 2.2-25. This is the duration of the multi-line comment or range comment. There are quite a few names. So and that's pretty cool. That's pretty much the two kinds of comment for the programmers. And there's one special comment, and that is called the documentation comment, and that is right here, documentation comment. And this will export the comment designated for documentation, or the sort of the user's manual or the program's manual, that you put it all together. But the regular detail comment is different. So what we do is we put 2 stars at the beginning, and it always uses the duration comment or multi-line comments. So when you have an opening slash star star, this will be used by the Java doc, which is going to generate document for you, and it's going to be in HTML, And so let's see, here is how you create the document comment. Is as opposed to Java C or Java compile, you do Java document. And we'll show you when we done this. This is 2.11, and this is the output right here. This is the output when you ran that Java document command. All right, so the last one is pretty short. I want to talk about this. It's called programming style. And programming style, so many different programming style, but it comes down to that a good sense of clarity. You want to program not to bunch in everything together, such as this. It may work, but it doesn't follow the good taste. And can you imagine somebody wrote this code and expect you to read it for them? I would just give up. And so that we need to have some good practice on how to do things right. So proper spacing and not too overtly doing it is important. So it has to be concise and clear. And so it's common sense, and I'll just leave you for reading the comment part, like tabbing, that indentation. It's very important. Without that, it's difficult to understand. Even it's a brilliantly put together code, but if you don't write it in the style that people can quickly catch the idea, it's not a good programming. All right, so that's the essence of this. I'm going to show you how to do this, and so I'm going to use readable.java and see if, no, let's see. Let's use the example here. So I'm going to use the comment3.java, and let's go there, bring up the terminal, and what we have. Okay, so let's see, and comment 3, right? So let's see if I have that. Okay, so it's there. Let's just cat that. All right, so that's the code, right? And we are going to be see if we can do something about this. The /* and Java duck, and this is comment3.java. And so what do we have? We have constructed this, and then it's generating all these HTML headers and so on and so forth. And let's see what we have got. So what we have got is comment3.html right here. And we like to see that. So I need to go and bring it up. Let's see if we can bring it up. It probably won't be able to see what I'm doing because those tabs are disabled. So let me quickly find it and bring it up on the browser. So that's this guy and comment3. And this one, open with Chrome. All right, hope you can see that. And let's see. Yeah, okay, so you can see that. So that's the output, and you can tell that. Let me disable this terminal here. All right, so this is what we are looking at. Once we run that, we we get all these tabularized, wonderful, beautiful documentation for code reviews and put it aside. And so we know exactly what happened when we cut a release. We typically use those to have our documentation organized. Okay, so we will continue this to, this is where we are. And the next stop, we will come to 213. So we got two more to work on for this particular chapter. And I'll see you there.